We light a candle for God bearers this night, God who carries us in your heart always. For Mary, whose song may have masked her fears, and for Joseph, who endured the taunts of friends and family. For shepherds who brought the grace they met to others, and an older couple whose words echo down the centuries to us. For singers in empty churches, sharing hope to others, they trust. And for friends who bring groceries to snowbound neighbors. And then here's a canticle for God bearers. As a child waits with jiggly knees and wiggly minds for Christmas to arrive, so we yearn for you, our God, in these fretful times. We hunger for hope. We thirst for gentleness. We search high and low for grace, justice, love. And then we remember the voices of choirs on Christmas Eve, even if only through our streaming devices. Then we recall the kindnesses of young people who shoveled our driveways while we slept. Then we notice the older neighbor embracing her son and family as the hurtful words spoken years ago drift away in the wind. Then we put a name to what has filled that emptiness deep within our souls, and it is you. The story tells us that Mary was a God-bearer. She bore God for 9 months, through all the morning sickness, through all the up and down emotions, through continuing to do her work, to live her life, to take that arduous journey from Nazareth down to Bethlehem. And she began a tradition of people being God-bearers, people continuing to carry the story, to pass it down to others. There are a few who have the sort of Damascus Road experience that Paul had, but for most of us who become people of faith, it's because of the God-bearers in our lives. It's because of the people who patiently, persistently, tenaciously, tenderly continue to bear the story, to share the story, to listen to our questions, and to continue to live out, to model that faith, that faithfulness. Some did it as bearers of grace to us when we felt like no one cared about us. Some did it through bearing forgiveness to us when we had spoken words or done things that we regretted, especially to them. Some bore love to us. Some bore hope. Some were the ones who carried justice to us and helped to open our eyes to all the injustices and the wrongs perpetuated upon so many people. Most of us are who we are as people of faith because others became people like Mary, became bearers of God, of that faith, that hope, that love, that grace, that justice, that peace that has been carried on from generation to generation, from person to person. It began with that birth of that baby we call Jesus. God making that amazing choice, that stunning choice to become fully human, to be born as a baby, completely dependent on us, to feed him, change him, clothe him, protect him, love him, follow him, and then become the bearers of God's grace, God's hope, God's love, God's peace, God's justice, God's joy, God's love and spirit to others. Let us pray. Now, in the silence of this night, may we discover your grace carried to us in the songs of children. May we embrace your love shared by strangers and friends. May we welcome the wonder of your heart as we look at the night skies. Now, in the stillness of this night, may we bear the gifts of justice to those who have none. May we empty ourselves of all our hope to those who need it. May we offer a welcome to folks who are new to our neighborhoods. Now, in the holiness of this night, may we become makers of peace, especially with family. May we be the cups of kindness for which others thirst. May we be the broken bread which brings healing. Now, in this night, God and community, holy and one, may we be the bearers of you to a world which is so empty of you. Amen. And now may the peace of the rolling waves, the peace of the silent mountains, the peace of the singing stars, and the deep, deep peace of the Prince of Peace be with you now and forevermore. Amen.